Batman number 80, which is Tom King writing with John Romita Jr. on art. This was a nasty, nasty surprise.
I opened this up at work on Wednesday. I got it digitally and I made a huge mistake.
Yeah, I
should have waited.
I will say I love Morey's colors.
Sure. I opened it up, I saw the cover and went, oh god, it's got a Romita cover. Oh well. Looking forward to the interior art at least. And then I looked at the thing that said Romita Jr. on art. I'm like, oh no! The whole thing is going to be...
This is just what you wanted for Batman's return to Gotham, right?
Do you know the sad part is I actually think the story in this is pretty good. I like the issue.
Yep.
I think the writing's solid. I like what's happening, but...
It has one of my most hated moments of the last 10 issues.
Of course it does. Of course Connor's here to complain about King's Batman.
One page in particular. We'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there. It starts off, Batman's actually matches Malone at first, and he encounters what's my face? Professor Pig and Two-Face. I hate how Romita's Two-Face looks. I'll say that right off. He looks like he's 14.
It gave me flashbacks to
All-Star.
All-Star, and I hated that story so much as a Two-Face fan.
Yeah,
so we're already off to a rough start.
Oh, absolutely.
For me,
obviously he ends up fighting them, and taking them down. And this issue is largely about like, okay, he's back in Gotham, and this is like people in Gotham slowly realizing the Batman's back. And so we have this scene with Two-Face and Professor Pig, and we see him open his shirt, and he's got the bullets have hit his armor underneath. And we see Strange talking to Flashpoint Batman, and Strange is like, nah, he can't be back. Because Flashpoint Batman is basically, he's here, tell Bane. He's like, no, he was so broken, there's no way he's back. And seriously, Strange, after all this time, you're going to doubt the Batman? Like, how many times has he come back?
I understand men, their psychology. No, you don't.
No, it really doesn't. Likewise, Catwoman gets a pretty cool introduction where Mad Hatter's going to shoot a cat. And you can cast as soon as it's going to be threatening to a cat, you know where this is going. This is going to be Catwoman's entrance.
So I know he wears a very large hat.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a very long gun. Is that what you're saying?
Did he become a magician?
I actually think he is doing some stage magic. Given that the start of this, he's talking about everyone wants some magical solution to their problems.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I think Mad Hatter's into stage magic now.
That makes sense. And you have Catwoman's just silhouette at the end after she whips him, pulls him back with the whip, and we just like hear the cat purring at the end. Is comfortable. We see Kite Man, and maybe this is the page Connor hates that's coming up. I don't know, because I kind of loved it. Not the art because Romita Jr., but Kite Man's gliding through the air. In the rain.
Imagine any of the other artists we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Tony Daniel.
I know.
On this part.
Give me Tony Daniel. Give me Yanning. Give me Clayman. Any of the other artists we've had on this one. But so basically, Kite Man gets nabbed with a rope. He's upside down, and we get a full page spread of him dangling upside down. And because before the page turn, he's like, "You're back?" ? And Batman up in the corner of this building, looking down at him, just says, "Hell yeah." Like, I think this page is perfect. For everything we've had in this run, this is a perfect nice little uplifting moment.
No, this is what I hate.
Of course,
part of me thinks that Batman, hell yeah, I had a problem with that. I understand it, right? Because it leans into the whole Kite Man,
Selena saying this? Sure.
Yeah.
Damian saying this? Absolutely. Bruce saying this? No.
I hate to say this, but I agree with Connor.
Nah, you have to imagine it with the right tone. You have to imagine him saying it in the right way, but it works.
Oh, so like Christian Bale growling it? Is that what you're talking about?
Just imagine animated series Batman with that smirk. That side mouth smirk that he had sometimes.
I get that, but King's Batman has never felt like that Batman, so that doesn't feel fair to suddenly go, that's this Batman.
A little bit happy.
It works for me. He's back with Selena. He's in a good mood, all right. Like he's feeling good about life. Kite Man's upside down. I don't know. I like this page. But then you have Gotham Girls freaking out. She's needing another dose of whatever she's taking to keep.
Probably
sane.
Venom. right?
Probably Venom, yeah. And he's all you know, she's all freaking out, and Thomas is trying to like kind of calm her down. But it's like, no. For what he's done to you, I'm going to, I'm going to find him and, do whatever. Batman has a face-off with Hush, in the rain.
Here's my problem with this Gotham Girl narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So what Bruce has done to her when Bruce tried to help her numerous times, or is Thomas talking about he's gonna flip on Bane now because this is not working. Like, this is my problem with Gotham Girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's kind of unclear. It might just be kind of them manipulating how she thinks of Bruce, even though we know obviously he just tried to help her. Oh my God, I hate Ramita art so much. I'm looking at some of the next couple of pages, and like Batman's face just looks horrendous.
I love the colors though, and I can see these colors over Fornes art. We've had a few issues of him on Batman. And...
Yeah, I'm not faulting the colors, but I mean the colors don't really matter when the line works this bad.
but this particular coloring I can see on Fornes art, and it would look phenomenal.
I guess so. He throws a batarang at him, this little stand up. It's basically him going around taking out some of the big villains, right? That's kind of the thing. Batman's back, and also the ventriloquist is Batman, or is his Flashpoint Batman's Alfred
Butler?
Yeah. Okay. Why not? Why not? But yeah, so he goes off, and apparently Bane's ordered that he should maybe kill the boy, meaning Damien, and that's kind of leads us to what our big cliffhanger is Thomas goes into the cave, Damien's dangling upside down, and Bruce knows that that's what he's probably going to do next. So that's where this is kind of going, and he's kind of banking that Thomas might not make the decision to do this, that Thomas may actually have some modicum of morality or attachment or something,
right,
that'll stop him.
Because the whole reason he did this was to save Bruce's. So Bruce can be happy.
Yeah. He
doesn't have to be Batman anymore. And he'll shoulder that burden. But now this burden has transferred to Thomas, and it's not at all what he wanted to be. That's why What?
I was going to say, can I talk about how the second last panel, when, Catwoman's there with him, with Batman, the Batman cowl looks more like a Wolverine mask than it does a Batman mask.
Yeah.
It does that, too, in the scene with Hush, where he's... Where it's like the Old West, High Noon Showdown. All I was hitting was Wolverine. Like, even his proportions. Like, to me, Batman's not short and stocky, right? He is when Ramita draws him. I guess. So... But no, I just feel like this plays into...
I think what I will say Ramita draws well in this issue is Flashpoint Batman's shoulder pads. Those always look pretty good.
I hate them still.
I hate them, but I think they look objectively good from Ramita, even if I hate the design of them.
I want a consensus in the comments and on Twitter at DC Comics Podcast. Yay or nay in the hell yeah page. I want opinions.
It's terrible from this particular Batman.
Especially, I love hearing people side with me over Connor.
You do.
That's always good news. But seriously, here's the reflected thing about this issue, is I actually think I like the story a lot. I like the feeling of like Batman coming back to the city, kind of picking away at the villains and everyone being like, he's back. That feels good. But the art is...
terrible.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Can't be doing it. His faces look bad, the proportions look bad. Like everyone has stubble. Because
even Damien.
Yeah, even Damien has stubble because he can't help but draw little lines.
Fair, how old is Damien at this point?
13.
Not old enough to have stubble. I don't think Damien will ever be able to grow a beard. He's.
Sure, but stubble is different.
I don't know. Stubble leads to a beard. So I don't think so, Connor.
Most people could still grow stubble.
Then it has to be.
I know several women who can, but sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if it's just stubble in the form of Roz's like mustache goatee combo, like maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah. With that in his blood, there's no way he's not growing a magnificent beard.
Yeah, I don't think he has double though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a frustrating. I mean, obviously, like I think the issue is good. It's a good issue. Although Connor probably disagrees because Connor hates everything.
No, it's
I
yeah.
hate everything. I'm just bored of this run at this point, and this has moments that I actively dislike, combined with terrible art, which doesn't make for a pleasant reading experience, does it?
Matt, what are you rating it?
I'm gonna give it a 7 because the story was good enough, but the art. This could have been like an 8.5, but that art, man, I do not like JRJR. I'm sure he's a nice guy, and I always feel bad for crapping on him, but his art style is not for me.
Connor?
Give it a 5.
I'm going to agree with the 7. Much like Matt, it would probably be an 8 or 8.5 had the art been good. Hell, if the art had been amazing, it could have even gone higher than that.